Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello. I have a question. Why the rioting? Why the looting? Why are we beating men in the streets? Men that are trying to save their businesses because it's their livelihood. Why are we doing these things that has nothing to do with standing against senseless crimes that are being taking place out there in the streets? If we're going to protest, we should protest right. I am not a protester, yet I do protest. I'm not going to go out in the streets because you guys make it hard for those of us who want to stand for the right reason and protest peacefully against these things. We can't go out there because our lives are at stake, because you're out there looting and doing the wrong thing, and then there are those who are making you look like you're doing all the other wrong things that shouldn't be. You know, if we really think about it, the blood that was shed, the blood on the cross, that is what we should be thinking about. He died so that we could live and have life more abundantly. The Spirit that He gave us dwells inside of us and leads us into all truth. And if we think about things before we do them, we will make a better decision for tomorrow than making decisions that our children and our children's children will have to deal with. Guys, the enemy is behind the division. The enemy is here to steal, kill, and destroy. And you're just being used like puppets to do those things when you are fighting for no reason. You know, if we're thinking about George and all the ones that died before him, I don't think it has anything to do with breaking into a building. Yes, we want to be heard, but do we want to be rebellious and out of control? We want to show that we are in control. God's children are not like this. We're not to behave like this. We ought to have the mind of Christ. What would He do? That should be the question. What would He have us do? That should be the answer we're looking for. And we are to stand together, not because of the color of our skin. We should stand together because we are set apart by God to stand together and unite as one, as Jesus, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. We should remain in Him. And as we remain in Him, He will guide us and lead us. He will show us the way. And we should be so happy in Him. Though we are suffering, we will find joy. And I believe the Holy Spirit can speak to us clearly if we are united as one. As I heard one remind us a few days ago about when they were in the upper room and they were praying and the Holy Spirit came. You know why? Because they were one. So we too have to be one. We can't be out there making noise without sounding out loud where they can hear what we have to say, not burning down buildings. There was one lady that was crying on one of the videos. She was crying because she could not go to the stores anymore that was in her neighborhood where she can walk to, and the buses don't go. The buses are no longer running. I mean, guys, can you please stop with the nonsense? Wake up and do the right thing. Help your sisters and brothers. They're not all one color. They're all colors. Don't do what the enemy wants you to do. Do what God is leading you to do. If we're out there standing together and hugging and, talking to one another in the right way, then those who are in the darkness can see the light. Darkness cannot comprehend the light. So if the light is shining, then the darkness will not be hidden. You can show kindness to one another and allow God to use you so that those who are in the dark can see the light.